Now, as per my yesterday's video, today was that day where we got to see the Power Up event day happening in Wuhan. This is a place where, ladies and gents, as we discussed yesterday, Nio gave us more details about their factory in Wuhan. What we heard, or what Nio announced today during that Power Up event, they indicated that they are going to be building a new power headquarters in Wuhan, which is something that is pretty exciting. I mean, these new headquarters in Wuhan, apparently, or new power headquarters in Wuhan, they will have a production or annual production capacity of battery swapping stations of around 1,000. This is what we heard, but you will know that there is a factory which the CEO, I think sometimes a couple of weeks ago, indicated that they are currently building in Wuhan, whose production is going to begin somewhere in September. So this headquarters, or that we had, or Nio was talking about, I think the final output, or it is the final output after maybe they've built everything there. I don't think we are going to get 1,000 at a go, or when they start producing or assembling their battery swapping station in Wuhan. What's going to happen is that at the end of the entire headquarters being fully completed, then we are going to get the output of 1,000 battery swapping stations annually, which is something that is pretty exciting. You will know that over and above this battery swapping station that Nio is building in China, they already have got 2 battery swapping stations plus a European battery swapping station in Hungary for those European battery swapping stations that are being deployed there. So this is good news, I suppose. This is something that is pretty exciting, pretty interesting, and you will know that the province of Wuhan is the one that injected or invested $210 million onto Nio, I think for roughly around 10% stake, which is something that is pretty exciting. This happened around the 31st of May, or Nio made this announcement public around the 31st of May. So this is something that is pretty exciting. Now, during this day, another thing that we got to hear or find out is that, well, Nio just launched a new portable charger. Now, this portable charger, ladies and gents, apparently in 5 minutes of charging, it can give you 20 kilometers of travel, which is something that is pretty exciting. I mean, this portable charger apparently is a 40 kilowatts charger, which, like I said, 5 minutes, or in the first 5 minutes, it can make you drive 20 kilometers, which I think this offers or bring convenience, which I like a lot. Because imagine maybe you are stuck in the middle of nowhere, in 5 minutes you can be good to travel for 20 kilometers without any disturbance, which is something that is pretty exciting, because that can give you then something that you can work around with as you get maybe to a gas station, battery swapping station, charging station, which, like I said, it is always pretty good. So it appears that this portable charger is quite fast, it charges fast, which, yeah man, it's pretty exciting, and I'm happy that Nio has introduced this kind of a technology. Oh, and before I forget, this new headquarters of Nio Power that is going to be built in Wuhan, area wise, it is expected to be around 20,000 square meters, which is something that shows you that it's quite massive, because it's going to take like 20 square kilometers, which I suppose it's quite big. It is quite massive, and obviously we cannot wait to see this. And like we said, the maximum production capacity annually for that factory alone will be 1,000, which will give a boost and will make Nio to have maybe production output only in China of close to 2,000. As you know that with these existing 2 factories or 2 plants, Nio was able to do so much in the year 2023. So you can imagine, with of course this new plant coming in, it will mean that Nio is increasing their current production, which we look forward to. Now, in Wuhan, there is already the 4th generation battery swapping station that is currently in operation, and you will know that the 4th battery swapping station, it is able to swap the battery in your car in less than 3 minutes. This is what we have seen Nio demonstrating to us with their main brand. With their sub brands, it's just over 3 minutes, which, like I said, once again, it is something that we are seeing Nio doing progressing well at when it comes to these generations of battery swapping stations. And apparently Nio also has 89 battery swapping stations in Wuhan and 882 chargers, which it's something that is pretty exciting to see Nio so much present in Wuhan. Now, according to Nio, the Nio by 2025 or June of 2025, they plan to have chargers in all countries in China. All countries over China, Nio will be having charging stations or chargers deployed, which is something that shows you the kind of aggressiveness that they are planning to implement when it comes to deployment of their chargers. When it comes to battery swapping station, by 2026 or sometime in 2026, their battery swapping stations or power swapping stations will be available in each and every country in China, which therefore shows you once again Nio's plan to penetrate or to aggressively deploy their battery swapping stations in China. As it stands, not all countries have got battery swapping stations, but by 2026 Nio plans to have battery swapping station at each and every country in China, which, like I said, this is something that is pretty exciting, something which is good. And to know that chargers will be available on each and every country in China next year around June, it's something that shows you the kind of plan that Nio is moving with. I'm happy to hear this, and I think this is pretty interesting because infrastructure on EVs is very, very critical and it plays a major role. Yes, I know that we usually want to talk about sales, but what good are we going to get if Nio is just selling cars and not building enough infrastructure to support the power replenishment of those vehicles? It won't serve any good, and people will get discouraged from buying EVs, of which to see Nio doing this, implementing like this, having this kind of plans, I think it just means one thing, and that is blue sky is coming, because Nio is not going to be selling cars, but it is going to make sure that all their users, together with the entire EV industry, they get to obviously enjoy their infrastructure, which they would have deployed all over China in each and every country, which that I think it is something that is pretty exciting. So today, what we also got to hear from Nio is that Nio not only will they be have they been partnering with other companies in terms of their battery swapping stations and chargers, but Nio is also willing to franchise their battery swapping of course station technology to those that might be interested, meaning that if there is a car company that wants Nio battery swapping stations, they can go look for their own location and then deploy Nio's battery swapping station at that specific location, franchising battery swapping station, which this is a very good news. These are good news because it allows Nio to continue making more money, even though responsibilities of maybe deployment, building won't be maybe in their hands. This is something that is just so amazing and incredible to know that Nio will also be doing this, implementing this, which shows you or shows us that once again blue sky is coming. So in a nutshell, that is what was discussed during a Nio Power Up event that took place today. I think these are great news, good news, and like I said, though to some investors this might not be important, but to us these are some of the most important news, because, ladies and gents, Nio shows us that they are continuing to dominate this fast growing EV industry in terms of infrastructure, that is your charging stations and battery swapping stations, which is something that is pretty exciting. I mean, they are the only EV car with most chargers and battery swapping stations, which shows you of how serious they are when it comes to penetrating this fast growing EV industry. Those that are still thinking that Nio is going to bankruptcy, they have got to think again, because Nio is here to stay. Nio is going to succeed, whether short sellers like it or not. We are in this game for a long term, and blue sky is coming. Otherwise, that's all from me. I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, because on this channel, Nio is a stock that I talk a lot about almost on a day-to-day, giving you the latest developments. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.